To know what you can expect over the next 1 to 3 days or so energetically in the world? Well, I'm here to help you with that. Good bless everyone. I'm Aurea Eden, and this is Daily Energy with daily predictions, your news before the news. Good bless one is my way to greet. It means good, blessed, and wonderful. The day's energy is going to bring in new beginnings for some, okay? As a collective, it's going to bring in new beginnings. We're going to see new inventions, new products, new companies coming to the forefront. Things that has never happened before, so to speak, because there's nothing new under the sun, moon, or nor the stars. That which happened then is going to happen again. But to us in this lifetime, in this generation, pretty much, or this century, okay, it's going to be new, okay? We haven't seen it before, all right? And so that's what this energy is going to bring in. This energy also has some conflictual energy as well. So it's going to be a conflicting day again when relationships end up getting into it. We're still in that 3-day window, okay? Where relationships have problems, where there's ineffective communication, where effective communication is needed in order to get past this, and support, okay, is in order to get past this. You know, someone has to play the leader role and someone has to play the support role. We bump heads when there's too many leaders and not enough followers. Okay. And then also we bump heads when there's too many talkers, not enough listeners. Okay. So there's some consideration that needs to take place. It's not you, do, and basically step on everybody else. It's be considerate, no matter who you are, no matter what rank you are, be considerate. Okay. Because consideration is going to be the thing that fix a lot of the world's problems, because I feel like we don't consider each other. Okay, so that's what we see here when it comes down to the conflict that takes place. This conflict could happen by way of someone interjecting into conversations that they had nothing to do with in the first place. Okay, so I am picking up on somebody basically butting in, and then also people telling everybody else's business, blurting out. Okay, so also, you know, relationship wise, we talked about family issues coming in. Family fights are likely due to loss that's taking place. Okay, I see family needing to make arrangements, and it's like, because they need to come together and do certain things, they're stressed out and they start going at each other. We're still in the energy here to where I told you there's going to be funerals. There's going to be talks about funerals. There's going to be urns and caskets and stuff like that. Accidents when it comes down to urns and caskets. I want to say that I believe I saw a situation to where, like, someone ended up closing the casket, or the casket closed on its own, like really, like, you know, heavily. I've been seeing a lot of stuff having to do with that, with caskets and stuff like that. Did y'all see that? I think it was in Mexico. They're up like 300 to 400 bodies or so have been found. They thought they were that the person was cremating these bodies, and this person was not cremating the bodies. They were pretty much stockpiling everything here, so they weren't actually cremating. And so I seen who was it, the authorities or whoever, they were like actually pulling these bodies one by one out of this building and stacking them on top of each other. You know, it had to have stunk. It had to have stunk. Whether they embalmed him or not, I don't know, but they said that it was not in a heated, it was not in a cooled environment. So it had to have stunk, pulling those bodies out of there. So hearts go out to all of those families that are dealing with that, thinking that they have laid their loved ones to rest, and that that's the last time that they were going to have to deal with having to go through that trauma of having to lay their loved ones to rest. Okay, but that's what I'm seeing here. Kind of the type of energy that kicks in later in the between the later PM and AM. Okay, I'm also seeing more humanitarian acts come in. More talk. Yesterday I seen talk about, disabled coming in and stuff having to do with those that are disabled, those with hearing loss, and those who were missing, certain things to be able to do, to work, so to speak. I was picking up on something like that coming in. Some people are going to be needy, and some people are going to be supplying the needs, because this is humanitarian energy still here. And so there's also going to be job loss. So you remember I told you, okay, I don't got to tell you again, but remember I told you, if you do what you need to do when your bosses are out doing quality checks, then you're going to be okay. But if you're not doing what you need to be doing when the boss is out doing quality checks, then it's going to be a problem. And so now today, and yesterday too, you probably seen it yesterday, there has been some layoffs. There have been people being taken from their positions, being taken from them. Okay, there's been some demotions because they have been reworking and restructuring some of these businesses. So they've been getting rid of the old to make room for the new. Okay, hearts go out to you if you're looking for a job, but look, they didn't do it to you, they did it for you. Okay, it's going to work out for your good if you allow it to work out for your good. You got to believe that. Sometimes, in the words of my dear Fantasia, you got to lose to win again. And that's the case. You ever broke a phone and you trying to hold on to that phone to the longest until it just goes all the way wrong, or it breaks all the way to where you have no choice but to buy a new one? You have been complaining about this job for the longest and have not made the moves that you needed to make. Now, the divine has made some moves for you. This is not for everybody. This is for somebody. The divine has made some move for you so that you can arrive to where you need to arrive on time. And this position is going to be better than the position that you came out of. You got to believe that. You're going to, your latter is going to be better than your former. Okay? All right? So nothing you're experiencing and nothing you're going through is in vain. Okay? To everything, there's a season. And right now, it's a season for loss. Okay? But it's also going to turn around at the same time, because death brings new birth. So loss is going to bring a gain. I learned that from the seemingly loss of my child. And when Joel Osteen popped up on my TV, and after the seemingly loss of my child, and said that wasn't the promised child. And I was in my feelings, and I was so done with God in my mind at that time. I was. And that's when he popped up on the TV and said that wasn't the promised child, and began to prophesy over my life, and he didn't even know that's what he was doing. Okay, he didn't even know it was me. Never met him before. Okay, but it was me. All right, and so that job was not the promised job. That relationship you were in was not the promised relationship. That house you were living in was not the promised house. That rent you was paying was too high. So you're going to go into a better situation to where you can become self-sufficient, okay? More self-sufficient. So I'm also picking up on leaders having to step up and lead, okay? Obviously. People are going to are going to be in need. So if you work in a service organization, you're likely going to be busy today. But this is one of those days to where I typically take myself down. I say, no, thank you. Because I notice that on days like this, sometimes people get on my nerves. I be like, no, thank you. And I say that because I'm typically approached by people who are really difficult. And so I have a difficult time dealing with difficult people. And so because of that, sometimes I end up taking myself down and say, no, thank you. I reserve the right to my peace that passes all understanding, okay? I reserve my peace, okay? And I'm going to keep it for myself today, okay? Because hurt people. They don't mean nothing bad by it, but it's just that you're in the path of their wrath. Okay? And bitter has a nasty bite. All right? And so that's what ends up happening. You come across somebody that's been hurt to their core. They're numb. And so they become this Queen of Swords energy and they become really bitter. And so anybody can get it. I always tell people the Queen of Swords says stuff like, you know what? Like, I don't even need the sword. You cross me, now I can cut you with my words. That's that Queen of Swords energy. If you cross me, I will cut you with my words. I don't need a weapon, all right? And so at some point, that's the energy that comes in. So the leaders, if you're working as a preacher, teacher, an advisor, you're going to be needed today. People are going to be fearing the unknown because loss is like it initiates a transition, a completion of a cycle. And when that cycle is completed, it's like now you're thrown into newness. And it's like, what do you do with this new? And sometimes people will actually push against the new, fight against the new because it's too out of the box. It's not normal. When they don't realize that something not being normal doesn't mean that it's bad. It not being normal means that it's the change that initiates change. It's the change needed for change. So when somebody's different like yourself, you know, it's not that you're not needed, or it's not that you're a bad person, or it's not that you're sinful in a way, because sometimes people will make you feel sinful when you're not being sinful, you're being purposeful. Do you hear what I'm saying? Sometimes people will make you feel like you're being sinful because you're being purposeful, but they do not know the vision that God has placed inside of you, and they were not there when God had molded you as that clay. They weren't there. And that's why I tell you the word you has 3 letters, not 3 people. Be you, boo, because there's nothing wrong with you. So whereas somebody trying to make you feel like there's something wrong with you, basically, no, thank you. You're going to need a poison stronger than that and keep going, because it's about you stepping into your authenticity. Because you hold a gift. And what do they say about that gift? They say that your gift is going to make room for you. Your gift is going to make room for you. But see, when you were being molded as that clay, your gift was hidden inside of you. That's that vessel. Okay, you're a vessel meant to carry. All right, meant to hold. See, when everybody's trying to like put stuff on you and stuff, it's rubbing you the wrong way, causing holes in your vessel, holes in your faith, holes in your spirit. Okay, so that's what's happening. They're inflicting your outside, but your spiritual inside needs to be intact and remain intact. Okay? And so what you're holding inside of you is a gift that you don't even realize that you have because you're distracted by the outer circumstances. You losing your job is an outer circumstance that as long as you continue to run through and leap over, you will be able to overcome it. Don't let it overcome you. You are meant to overcome it. And you can do just that as long as you don't give up, as long as you keep on going. Overcoming is an essential ing. What some people don't know is it is one of the things that is going to get you to the next phase of life. When you stop saying, woe is me, and you can ask, how can I continue to be? How can I solve the problem? How can I solve the problem and not complain so much about it? How can I continue to be? How can I find water in my wilderness? How can I find food in my wilderness? Because many of you that's going through this, you're in the wilderness portion of your life. And I know, babe, because I'm just now coming out of it. It's not a fun place to be at first when you get in there, right? It's not a fun place to be because you see, when you get in there, what they say, you can't see the forest for the trees. But when you can't see the forest for the trees, the thing is, if you got a tree, if you pay attention, if you got a tree, guess what you got? You have resource. Because you know at the root of that tree, for that tree to grow, it has to have water. And if you look up in the canopy of the tree, you're going to see that the tree has fruit. If you start feeling around in your wilderness, you're going to realize that the wilderness has wood. And so that wood is going to provide you a resource to build your home. Okay, do you see? I'm not really being literal here, but I'm using this as an example, all right? You have resource. So instead of complaining about it, find a way to do something about it, okay? Find a way to do something about it. So I'm picking up over the next 1 to 3 days or so. We're going to see a lot coming in about violent activity, okay? That's still here. But I feel like this is more on a domestic front. Okay, violent activity, but more on a domestic front. Because it's like domestic family fights and stuff like that ends up going left when it was supposed to go right. I'm seeing murders, blood spatter, crime scene investigations. We're going to see this come up in the news over the next 1 to 3 days or so. And I'm seeing like there could be accidents when it comes down to like furniture accidents, more specifically later on in the AM, PM to AM. I'm seeing people who are being found dead in their bed. Okay. It could be the elderly. It doesn't have to be like bad, you know, like, but I'm seeing more incidents about that. So we'll see that in the news over the next 1 to 3 days or so. Sodium is still coming up. This could be salt. I have been picking up on salt here, and I don't know what that is when it comes down to government, but this morning I did see that there was something about salt in the news, and so that's something that I predicted a while back here. So I might share that with y'all later if I go back and find the video that I actually said it in. So we're talking about something coming in about this can be something being concealed, um, something being concealed or not being concealed. I feel like it's like somebody. Oh, because I'm getting something about legs, stockings, and stuff like that. And so what I feel like it is like a creeper out here, basically using a camera. Because remember, yesterday I got camera, and today I'm picking up on camera. And this person, whoever this is, they have been filming underneath people's skirts here. And so we're going to see something about that come up in the news over the next 1 to 3 days or so. There is like drowning incidents that could take place here over the next 1 or 3 days or so, because I'm seeing something falling in the water here, splashing or splashing the water. Drown incidents here as well. Something coming in still about Japan. This could be Japan and in relation to like transport, freight, or something along those lines. Over the next 1 to 3 days, we're going to see something coming in about cost and freight. This could have something to do with tariffs. This could have something to do with prices in general, because we are going to be seeing a lot having to do with payments and stuff like that. Some of you that's been waiting on something, I'm seeing paid. So you're actually, some of you actually going to get paid. So a lot of finance news coming up in the over the next 1 or 3 days or so. But look, I am not a medical doctor, a financial advisor, nor am I an attorney or a legal professional of any kind. These videos are for entertainment purposes only. But if you know like I know, then you know. Okay? And so, but yeah. So this creep is like, whoever this is, they're like filming underneath people's skirts, and they're like getting themselves off from it. Okay, that's what I'm seeing. So we'll see this over in the news over the next 1 to 3 days or so. Okay, and so I'm seeing, they try to probably cover it up or drape it up or something like that, but it's still, you can still see it. Okay, so this is hidden hidden cameras that you don't even know that's there. This could also be, we'll hear more coming in about new technology, new cameras, new phones, new games, new movies, new companies, new. Okay, we'll see stuff coming in about that over the next 1 or 3 days. But also, I told you there's going to be new limits being imposed on spending and borrowing. So we're going to see that coming in the news over the next 1 to 3 days. So, caps and ceiling talk being put on things. We're also going to see something coming in more about women's health and birth control, more so having to do with contraceptives and those diaphragms and stuff like that. We'll see something coming in the news over the next 1 or 3 days or so about that. I'm also seeing something coming in about mushrooms. We're going to hear something coming in about mushrooms. This could be psychedelic shrooms or something like that. But mushrooms we'll hear over the next 1 to 3 days as well. I'm also picking up on a lot of fish. Okay, we're going to hear more about fishing. This could be fly fishing. This could be a competition, but we're going to hear something coming in about fish over the next 1 to 3 days or so as well. Remember, we were talking about radioactivity or radiation when it comes down to oceans and stuff like that. So this talk could have something to do with how radiation is affecting our oceans and infecting our fish here. And so I'm also seeing something coming in about like how an escalation, things starting to climax, and this could be like this could have something to do with the ongoing wars that's happening right now. They begin to intensify. As I told you, they're not going to go away, not for a while at least, here. So I'm seeing restrictions being put in place as well. If it's a big old sign there that said don't go in there, don't go in there, friend. Don't go. What did she say? Don't go into the light, Caroline. Don't go. Whatever she said, don't do it. Don't go. Don't do it, Miss Sophia. Don't do it, Miss Sophia. What she say? That's not what she said. Is that what she said? That's not what she said. She said, oh, don't do it, Miss Seeley. Don't do it, Miss Seeley. Sat in that jail down there about to rot. I know what it's like wanting to sing and have it beat out you. You don't want to do it, okay? Don't do it, all right? All right, so I'm seeing something coming in here about someone is going to be, I'm feeling like it's going to be like draft talk. Somebody's going to be picked and so this is like sports news coming in, draft talk. Maybe there's a draft going to happen over the next 1 to 3 days or so, but that's what I'm picking up here. It could be like a university draft, or it could be a professional draft, but that's what I'm seeing over the next 1 to 3 days or so. I'm seeing a lot of civil matters coming in, specifically those dealing with African Americans. This could be civil. I almost want to say civil suits, but I'm seeing something coming in. Okay, maybe it's the NAACP awards or something like that. I don't see awards, but I feel like I'm hoping it's just an award ceremony. I promise you, I'm hoping it's just an award ceremony. But I'm seeing civil matters. We'll see something coming in about civil matters over the next 1 to 3 days or so. People speaking a lot of nonsense and gibberish over the next 1 to 3 days or so. I told you yesterday there was going to be fake news. And so fake news and lies. So you could expect fake news and lies over the next 1 to 3 days or so. Stories being made up. I'm also seeing agricultural policy coming up, changes in agricultural policy as well over the next 1 to 3 days. A lot of police patrol over the next 1 to 3 days as well. I'm seeing like a new fad of some sort. This could be a new fashion fad, or a fad is about to take place, and it's only going to be short-lived, but it's going to be lived nonetheless. Okay, so we're seeing stuff coming in about fashion and trending fashion, and more specifically Vogue magazine. Okay, we're gonna see something coming in about Vogue. Okay, I think Vogue is a magazine. Ooh, that's ignorance. I don't know. All right, I don't know, but I'm gonna learn. Okay, but I think Vogue is a magazine. And so we're going to see more coming in about that over the next 1 to 3 days or so. Okay, a lot of obsession energy, okay? Rage, narcissism, mania, compulsion, fixation, fetish, weakness. Okay, we're going to be seeing a lot of that coming in. That's narcissistic tendencies. So like I said, domestic violence, people not thinking before they do certain things. They just do things on a whim here. And so yeah, that's what I'm picking up on. I'm also picking up on more health issues when it comes down to diet and weight. What is it, the metabolic system or something like this? I'm getting something about metabolism and reactions to metabolism here over the next 1 to 3 days or so. And something about Tupac is coming up. Okay, it could be like PAC, it could be something governmental, but I feel like I'm gonna say it could be Pan-African Congress, but it could also be Tupac. Okay, so I don't know. It's like Tupac Talk or something. Maybe they do something for Tupac, something along those lines. Maybe it's a connection coming in between Diddy and Tupac. I'm not certain, but I do see something coming in about Pac. All right. Or Pac. All right. But, y'all see that? What was that one energy? Not energy. It was one interview, and Tupac was talking to somebody, and they called him Tupac. I think he said he called him Tupac. No, that wasn't with Tupac. That was it? I think it might have been with Jay-Z, that interview that took place or something like that. But anyway, so I'm seeing this, but Tupac, he actually been here before. Feel me, run with me, Hail Mary. Okay, Tupac has actually been here before. Tupac, if you go back, he was actually, I can't remember what his name was before, but he was actually Native American in one of his most recent past lives. Okay, and so I'll let you know what his name was in his past life, but that's who Tupac really was, and it would make sense. Actually, his name might have been Tupac. Okay, actually it was. All right, so yeah, and that's how that's where he got his name from, because he was him. All right, reincarnation is a real thing. Okay, what do we have here now? Do you want to ride or die? La da 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 da. Okay, all right. So, anyways, that's what I'm seeing here. I'm seeing someone like a man who behaves like poorly, like it's almost like in a way that dishonors his family or something. This could be a military personnel, but maybe like we're seeing creep energy, and creep energy, to a certain extent, depending on how creepy you are, that could very well dishonor your family in a sense here, because I see them behaving poorly towards women. Okay, and so that's what I'm seeing. I'm also seeing something coming in about the Canadian dollar here. Canadian dollar, computer aided design here. This is like AI. I'm also seeing something coming in about some names. Bob. Okay. Bob. We'll see Bob in the news over the next 1 to 3 days. Missy in the news over the next 1 to 3 days. And Dan in the news over the next 1 to 3 days or so. So it's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing something coming in about the soles of the feet here. So talk about like the feet over the next 1 or 3 days or so, accidents regarding the bottom of the feet. So this could be people stepping on nails and stuff like that. Make sure you got the tetanus shot and stuff like that. But that's what I'm seeing here. But something coming in about the feet. I'm also seeing like some kind of agreements taking place here. You know, as well, I see a lot of like handshaking. So these are acquisitions, mergers, more so mergers than acquisitions. I feel like over the next 1 to 3 days or so. I'm seeing rotating blades. Okay, so having to do so accidents when it comes down to rotating blades. And I feel like people end up getting caught in something with rotating blades. I'm not getting propellers, but it could be. Okay. Accidents when it comes down to ventilation, or we may hear news over the next 1 to 3 days about something having to do with ventilation, air conditioning and stuff like that. Air conditioners going out and stuff here. And is what I'm seeing. The wind is going to pick up in some places as well over the next 1 to 3 days as well. This could be due to a hurricane or so, but I am not certain. Okay, because we can't see what's going on with that. All right. But I'm seeing here things start cooling down. Not cooling down, but it has something to do with something needing to be cooled down. Okay. Oh, you know what it could be? Where them fans at? Where them fans at? It could be where them fans at, child. Where them fans at? All right. But that's what I'm seeing here. Radiators blowing out or something like that. So a little bit of car accidents here and there here. So I'm seeing something coming in about the equator. The equator. Or something having to do with the Cameroon, Guinea. We might see something coming up in about Guinea. We might see something coming in about the Bantu people. Okay. Over the next 1 to 3 days or so as well. So weddings, we're going to hear something about a wedding coming up as well. Over the next 1 to 3 days or so, I feel like it might be a celebrity wedding coming in. Okay, and smotherings, something about pillows, domestic violence. So people be smothering somebody with pillows and stuff like that. It could be someone feeling bad and trying to take their elders out. But basically I'm seeing something about compression. And this could also be a sports player incident as well, to where they injured their foot or something like that. And they are out for the season here. But I'm not going to claim out for the season for them. I'm going to claim out for a little tad bit. This could have something to do with baseball, okay? It's what I'm seeing here over the next 1 to 3 days or so. I'm also seeing here a lot having to do with paperwork. This is the day to work on the clerical side of things here. Work on, getting your support systems intact. Work on planning, designing, organizing papers and stuff like that. Here is what I'm seeing. A lot of artist talk coming in, because I'm seeing sketchbooks as well. Make sure things are fastened down tight though, because money can start flying in the wind again, child. And who would need to be there to pick it up is me. All right. So I'm also seeing something coming in about like things that's needing to be done on the home front. So more rent talk, more home front talk here. So we're going to see something coming in more about housing. But I not really housing per se. I'm seeing we're going to see something come in about real estate. Okay. Real estate. This could be real estate investing or some sort, but I'm seeing real estate. And also, there's a potential for accidents regarding wires and circuits. Okay. Short circuit wires, circuit breakers, that type of thing. And this could have something to do with the electricity, the power going out or something like that, and there's no ventilation somewhere. I see there's no ventilation, and this could be somebody that's using Morse code, trying to get in contact with authorities, saying, "Hey, I'm here. Like I'm running out of air. I need your help." Okay, and I see them beefing up their methods here over the next 1 to 3 days. But no, y'all, seriously, somebody's in trouble. Okay. I know some of y'all think I'm crazy. I don't know what I'm talking about. But no, seriously, somebody's lost. They're in trouble. And they're trying to use Morse code to get somebody's help. Okay, so I'm seeing something. I'm seeing something that is basically, this could be more talk about the Golden Dome coming in, but I'm seeing a covering, and this covering is to protect what's inside. I see a lot of like bang, 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 boom, 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 you know what I mean? And so, like, some people are just going to need to take cover, okay, over the next 1 or 3 days or so. Here, I'm seeing, so that's what I'm seeing here. I'm also seeing, like I told you yesterday, I see another escape from prison. And so we're going to see something coming in the news over the next 1 or 3 days about prison. This could even be talk about Diddy going to prison, as there was sentencing talk, or they've come to a decision over the last few days or so here. And so I see something coming in about prison over the next 1 to 3 days. An escapee, some people getting out and people going in. Okay, is what I'm seeing. I feel like there's going to be they're going to have to pay some money. Okay, what is it called? Restitution. I feel like that's what I'm seeing coming in over the next 1 or 3 days or so. Something coming in about pads, protective pads. I don't want to talk about nothing like that. For shoes. Yeah, padding for shoes. Support. Okay, yeah, support for shoes and stuff like that. Because we are talking about feet and slippers and stuff like that. So we'll see something coming in the news over in the news over the next 1 or 3 days about that. Permits, talk about permits coming in over the next 1 or 3 days or so. Okay. A need to rest in the next 1 or 3 days or so. We haven't had a self day. We haven't had a self-care day really in a while. We haven't had that self-care day when I said this is a good day, to take care of you and do what it is that you need to do. But it's coming up, friend. It's coming up in the next 1 to 3 days here or so. To be in the next 4 days, we're gonna have one. Okay, so coming up, maybe even sooner here, but I haven't checked the energy. That's my mama calling. Now, I told you, mama. I said, mama, I do my videos in the morning. I said, if I hang up, please don't call me back right away. You know what you do? Because I know you're watching. You call me back right away. I'll call you after I get done, mama. Okay, so that's what I see here going on. So I'm seeing something coming in about texture, and this has a lot to do with hair texture. I feel like talk about, like I said, afros and stuff like that still in the energy, but I'm seeing texture, fibers. We'll see something coming in about grain over the next 1 or 3 days or so. Still tricks and players in the energy. Tricks, people basically trying to swindle people out of things over the next 1 or 3 days or so. I'm seeing coming in about some kind of winner of a race. So we're going to see races coming in over the next 1 or 3 days, and race talk, okay? So races and racists, all right, over the next 1 or 3 days or so, okay? Okay. More talk about the meteor and craters. I'm seeing stuff about craters and indentations and stuff like that. Poachers, there's people out here poaching, poachers. I saw horns the other day, and so people are poaching. Somebody's out poaching animals. This could be actually in overseas, but I'm seeing animal poachers in the energy over the next 1 or 3 days or so that we'll hear in the news. People being hit with frying pans and saucepans and stuff like that. I told you they pick up whatever they could pick up here. So I'm seeing something coming in about gold mining as well. Because, like panning for gold, that type of thing coming in over the next 1 or 3 days. Still seeing something being shot down in a savage way, so to speak. I'm seeing things being under fire here. And, for me, when I hear this, I'm thinking firearms. Okay. I'm seeing... So this is plane incidents, okay? As well, I feel like is going on, like a plane being shot down. As I still see a plane being shot down. I'm also seeing something coming in about the radio signal, a distress signal, a mayday signal. We'll hear all of these things over the next 1 or 3 days, especially something's being shot down. You're going to hear mayday, 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 but that's what I'm hearing. Seeing something about somebody's trying to get get your attention. They're going to be talking about the goat. Okay. Something coming in about the goat. And this could be just a literal goat. Because I did my research. I ain't gonna be calling myself the goat or nothing. I am not the goat or nothing, okay? Because it's not a great thing to be calling yourself a goat. Look what goat means, okay? I know you mean it's the greatest of all time, but I reserve that for the greatest of all time, okay? You got to be of all time to be the greatest of all time, okay? But if you know like I know, you know. All right, so I see a lot of panic taking place because of the things being shot down and stuff like that. Let me see. So I'm seeing something coming in here about Bullying Bo, over the next 1 to 3 days or so. Lean could be a name. Bolin. No, Bolin. I don't know. I can't read my handwriting. But we'll hear something about that over the next 1 to 3 days or so. Somebody being paid $0 for their hard work. And I'm seeing something coming in about Andorra. Okay, over the next 1 or 3 days or so. I've been picking up on a lot of like karate, martial arts, judo. So we're going to see something coming in about judo over the next 1 or 3 days or so in the news. So Jacob, we're going to hear something coming in over the next 1 or 3 days about Jacob. Bill, Jamaica, over the next 1 or 3 days. Football, soccer. We're going to hear about football, soccer. It could be either or. It could be regular football or it could be soccer. Falta. Goal. Okay, I'm on one today. All right, so because when I was watching soccer, I would watch it on Telemundo. In Spanish. Falta, go. Anyways, so that's what I'm seeing here. Still talk coming in about metals here. Over the next 1 or 3 days or so. I'm seeing something coming in about Panama, something coming in about Pennsylvania. These are some places that things may take place here. I'm seeing something coming in about a personal assistant. This could be, like I said, an update on the Smokey Robinson allegations here. I do know that he's suing them for false allegations, basically for defamation. And so we might hear more about that case coming in over the next 1 or 3 days or so here. But I am seeing like I told you, assassin type energy coming in here. So we're going to see something coming in about military lieutenants, vice president, second in command. We're going to see that coming in over the next 1 to 3 days or so. We're going to also see public address, public announcements, stuff like that coming in. A lot of advertisement. If you are looking to advertise, if you're looking to advertise, today is the day to do it. Remember I said do the clerical side of things. So today is the day to actually advertise your business. It would be good to do it today in the support day. Okay. Something coming in about a public official, a prosecutor, district attorney. We're going to hear something coming in the news about them over the next 1 to 3 days or so. I'm also seeing talk about membership here over the next 1 or 3 days or so. We'll see in the news different news about different memberships and stuff, the prices of memberships and stuff coming in. Okay. Adam, we may hear something in the news about Adam and Nick in the news over the next 1 to 3 days or so, as well as some type of island over the next 1 to 3 days or so. Well, my friend, I love you. Google one, hearts go out. You get a heart, you get a heart, you get a heart. Hearts go out. Hearts go out. Bye now.